One out there, let me know if you can hear me. No? Alright. Alright, we are back with the new computer and down to 15 bowlers. The cut score was Johnny Johnson at minus 100. Your high shooter was Frank Guccione, who was plus 210. So from 310 pin difference between the high shooter and the cut score. The good news is we zero back out, down to zero. Everybody starts with the same score. We have 15 bowlers. I'll get a list of who everyone is shortly, and let everyone know who's bowling. Still down to 15. It's a it's a 4-game set. So currently on our half, we have 7 bowlers bowling in the B pod, if you will, and 8 up here on the upper end. The upper end is Steve Gallegos and Steve Badavinak, Felix Garcia, Tanner Ossick, Melvin Bunkley, Ricky Schisler, Johnny Johnson, and Marco Popovich. It was a complete and utter random draw as set by the computer for who's bowling where. And I'm going to go see, I'm going to turn this over to Bobby real quick, and I'm going to see if I can go get a list of everyone that made the cut.
All right, you had me for a few minutes, so with the changes of COVID and everything, things are working a little bit different here. But that's okay. We've got it under control. We have, as he said, a new computer up. I'm not sure if we're going to get a new standing or not. We will see if Billy is working on that or not working on that. We will see.
We've got one printout of the cut scores, and Billy's currently running around.
All right. We will
trying to see who wants to get in the high game pot. So we'll get that list here shortly, folks. Bear with us.
So we have a couple new faces in our group here. We have the other Steve. We have Felix. So about half and half.
Melvin, Ricky Schisler. So that's four, right? 4 repeat customers and 4 newbies.
Yeah, we got 4 newbies.
Yep. Right, here we go. We have the break for bowlers, and then they hit the lanes and they get right to it. So no warm-ups, nothing. This again is a 4-game set, and we'll cut to 7.
Weight Watchers thing, or weight thing, they're actually pretty good. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. What she was eating with her diet.
Interesting to see 2 of the bowlers of the 4 that are up here for the first time are right here on my featured pair, Ricky and Melvin, and they both started with a strike.
How's it look?
Looks good to us. Asking everybody out on Facebook, do you see, everyone watching, do you see a better picture quality than you've seen before? Let us know. Comment, please, and let us know.
No, I can already tell. Look at that.
Hi, Paul.
Yes.
Hi, Paul.
It
Hi,
should be,
Brenda.
yes.
Mr. Kaufman, Lineal. Hello, all. Thank you guys for joining in. We did have a computer glitch.
So when we were qualifying, I was setting all this up.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
Billy, our IT department,
Except for this happens.
had the break, and
Oh, this is fine.
we zapped right through it, and he brought out new equipment, took old equipment back.
So I don't know if that's their screen saver or what.
So I think we are up and running now. But yeah, if you feel that it's better quality, you can hear us better, please let us know.
Even if it's not, let us know what's out there so we know.
Good,
We
bad.
need someone to comment so we know you can hear us.
Yeah. Michelle, if you're watching. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm being told that we have a better picture quality and much better.
Nice.
So.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate the feedback. Bobby got a couple of texts from people that say it's better as well. So here we go. The future of the Eliminator live feed.
So where are we at here? We've got a couple strings going.
What do we got? Steve Badavinac started with split and then a double. Steve Gallegos 3 in a row. It's a start. Felix 3 spares. Ricky Schistler two starts with a double. Marco with 4 in a row. Tanner Ossick starts with spare double. Marco with a 10 pin that time. I don't remember having seen him leave a 10 pin today. I remember several sevens.
Sevens, yes. Well, Billy is being Mr. IT, and we're moving our cameras around, it looks like.
We got all kinds of stuff going on.
I think this might be the setup for next week. He said that
Could be.
it seems to be working much better.
I think we may see, as long as he doesn't drop his camera up there, this may be the setup for the finals too. We can get a better view of just this pair.
Might be.
Yep. We do have some strikes being put up. I would suspect we'll see a lot more strikes here than maybe we did before.
Marco's doing well. Ricky Schistler's doing well. Stevie Gallegos is doing well.
Yep.
Felix is doing some spare shooting practice, which is just fine.
That's what he does. He'll throw the strikes when he needs them, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
No sense in wasting them early.
Oh, no.
Find out how many you need at the end and hit that number.
4 games?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. You know, my limit is 6, so I would have been SOL after the first set.
You and me both, my friend. I would always manage to throw one less than you.
Definitely miss seeing my Patriots next to me, or my Green Bay Packers next to me every week.
Yeah.
Gave me encouragement to roll.
Glad we could motivate you.
Yes, you can.
Michael Hinesley is watching. Wow.
Oh,
I feel
Raquel,
blessed.
How are you? So we have to say that, John Johnson, better known as JJ, took all of his stuff outside, put everything in the car,
Nope.
realized his name was called, brought everything back in, and set back up again.
And now putting on a spare shooting exhibition.
Mr. Falconberry, I need to get scheduled for some drums. I'll text you at some point and we'll find what's going on. So we do have several people that are clean. This is game 9 officially. Everybody is in game 9 right now. So this group will be the same group you will see in the next 4 games.
It will.
Everybody's staying in a same little area here. Pierce Felix felt he needed a couple strikes because he just
Right.
put 2 up.
Every now and then he sends out a couple just to remind people he's still there.
Yeah,
Johnny Johnson comes back with a solid 10 back.
very nice. Steve and Steve will be bowling together with the Ricky Bobby show. We got the Steve and Steve show.
We do have the Steve's squared. Steve squared. I will say this for the Steves. One of them needs a haircut, and the other one is Steve Badavinac.
There's a few of us that need a haircut. let
Yeah,
me
there
tell you.
are. Yeah. In more ways than one.
So I believe we have 3 left-handers in this group. Brett Cooper. I think Brett Cooper made it. Stevie Gallegos. Marco and Koslasa, maybe 4. Oh my, that's scary.
Not unusual.
Hi Mel, how are you?
Hey Mel, how's the Springs?
More importantly, how is Romeo?
True.
So Marco is definitely lined up here on 35 and 36. He's gone 4, spare, and 3.
And the one spare was a pocket 10 pin. Ricky
Chris-
Schissler is not going to be outdone.
Marco has got 129 in the 5th with a 3-bagger.
Our IT department's still plugging and unplugging stuff.
I think he enjoys just playing with buttons.
I think he likes wires and cords and stuff for sure. JJ with the 3rd in a row. It sounded good.
Very nice ball. Yeah, that is picture perfect right there.
Is that blocking? Is it? Yeah, I guess blocking was a little more.
So Ricky Schissler's kind of in the same boat as
yeah,
our
as
Marco over here,
duking it out here for
except
some scores.
Ricky got his spare 1 free earlier.
Yep. Well, if they both go off the sheet, it'd just be a 1-point victory for Marco.
True. That jumped a little
Yep.
bit.
That one, I feel like he kind of left that one in a little bit. Don't mind the thump thump, that's just our IT department checking on the microphone.
Lisa, don't quite get it. You don't need one. What don't you need? I'm a little lost there. Not surprising.
With Lisa, probably a microphone.
Well, neither do we, if
It's
that's
true.
the case. But
Yeah, one of us is really loud. The other one is you.
hey, I can holler.
Yeah.
Trust me. Mr. Stone, how are you? Daryl.
the list with everyone that made the cut. Need to let everyone know who's bowling in the pod next to us that they can't see. And here it is. So Frank Uccione was first, Steve Gallegos was second, Felix Garcia third, DJ Grind was fourth, Ricky Schissler, Tanner Ossick, Isaac Hernandez, Noah Gallegos, Marco, Brett Cooper, Steve Badavinak, Chris Lawson, Melvin Munty, Tyler Seeley snuck in there, and then Johnny Johnson. So that's your field of 15. Went through that pretty quickly. So let's see, DJ's on the other side.
Daryl, we're hanging in there.
Brett,
Thank you.
Chris, Tyler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ricky, Steve, Felix, Ricky, Tanner, Isaac. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing one. Melvin. Isaac.
Marco can go off the sheet here for 2.
Isaac's on the other side.
For those of you multitasking, watching football and us, we appreciate that. Here's Broncos are behind 7-0. Not that we're watching the game as well.
Paying pretty close attention. The Broncos defense is playing really well.
Yeah, we got a pretty clear TV set in front of us.
Yep.
Yes, Chris Falconberry. Chris is on the other side of the wall, so I do not get to see him. We'll be taking a couple walks here to check out what's going on the other side, though.
And we'll also keep everyone updated here, game by game, assuming the computer lets us. Marco finishes off with the 9 count to get to 254.
Very nice.
It's a nice start for him.
Yeah.
Stevie Gallegos looks like in lane 30, the right-hand lane down there is going to give him a little bit of fits finishing up that game. In case you didn't know who was up.
Or no.
It appears John Johnson might have figured something out, and maybe that will carry over, not sure. Sounded good.
Ricky Schissler, that's a solid 10 in. Like you're going to need to shoot something that starts with a 2 to stay competitive so far. There's a lot of those going on. Ricky Sisler's got a shot to pinch Marco by a couple of pins in high game.
209 for JJ. Felix can go off for 200. Tanner can go 200. Steve Gallegos can go 200. Steve Badavinak.
Oh. I'll get the phone.
Oh, just tell me. You don't have to go get it.
Ms. Bazzoni, how are you doing, Judy? I'd like to thank everybody again for tuning in. We appreciate it. We've had to adjust some things through COVID, as everybody knows. So we were tapped off at 30 bowlers. Now we've got 15, so we've got half and half. It looks like Ricky Schishler finished with a 235.
Here's the official.
Oh, we do have the official sheet. So if anybody's looking for somebody in particular, let me know, please, and we will get you updated.
Suffice it to say that the other pod scores are significantly less than this side's. I don't know that there's going to be a 200 shot over there. There are a couple of guys that have a chance to throw the last 4 to get to the 2-0s.
Looks like Tanner finished 08.
Yep.
Like Steve Vandevenik is finishing him up on 29, and he is a 789.
Looks like he's going to be 2-0, just barely 2-0.
Felix, looks like he might have stuck on that approach as he went up there.
Suffice it to say that I'm confident that 254 will win high game.
Find out what's going on.
Miss Bobby gonna go take a walk and see what she sees differently than me. Steve Vandevenik finishes out on the 10th frame to get to 203. You walk up, he throws a
I
gutter
guess
ball.
so. I don't
The
know.
anti-Linda Walbaum effect for you.
I guess it's the other way with himself.
Steve Diego's one ball left to strike. You get to 222, which I think would probably be the third highest. Remember, you got to be in the top 7.
So they can bowl 12 games in that.
Well, 8 of them will.
Just Steve Gallegos finished with a 222.
He did punch that out to get to 222. So that's 5 200s on this side, and I don't know that there was one on the other.
From the scores I looked at, I did not see a 200
3,
over
4,
there.
5. Actually, 6, I think, on this end.
Cody Von Scott Ross Kelly. Hello, gentlemen. Thanks for everybody tuning in and watching.
Yeah, welcome, gentlemen, and Cody. Just kidding, Cody.
Looks like our New Orleans Saints are doing just fine.
Well, Denver fumbled, and New Orleans returned it to like the 9. So it's
Oh, did
not
they?
like, yeah,
I missed
it's
that.
not like they had to
Okay.
go real far.
So it appears Marco and JJ moved down 29 and 30.
Steve Squared moved over here to 31-32.
Oh,
Ricky with the backdoor 2-pin.
did follow.
Tanner starts with a strike. A little bit of a broken record there. Young man's thrown a fair amount of strikes today. Here we go. Bobby, your turn for scores.
Oh,
I
my
did
turn?
all the last week and I got messed up.
Oh, you're so sweet. All right, your leader, plus 54, maybe Marco Popovich. Ricky Schishler at plus 33. 33, yes. Steve Gallegos. JJ Tanner and Steve Gallegos is at 203. That is let's start this over. So we have got Marco Popovich, Ricky Schishler, Steve Gallegos, JJ Tanner, Steve Banovinik. That will be your top 6, which is also your plus bowlers. So about half the field. From there we go down. Chris Lawson is 7th at 198. Felix is at 197. Brett Cooper 187. Frank 179. Noah 170. Tyler Seeley 166. DJ 162. Isaac 156. And Melvin at 144.
254.
So your leader, Marco, at plus 54.
7.
Your
Minus
7th
2.
is minus 2. So if you're looking for somebody in particular, went too fast, what have you, let me know and we will gladly let you know.
Dude, my computer is so fast and it's moving so much.
Our IT department's kind of freaking out a little bit about how fast his new computer setup is. He's all googly-eyed about it.
Well, it is missing a few things.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, Mr. Gensch. How did I never do this before? You're a mean one, Mr. Gensch. He's like a song from the Gensch that stole Christmas.
Grinch to Ginch.
Oh,
yeah?
yeah.
Could substitute a couple letters.
Yeah.
When you first met me, you couldn't pronounce it.
It's a tough word to pronounce, those one-syllable words.
And it was the S that throws people off.
See you.
All right, we are back. So I'm on my third layer of clothing, just to let anybody know. Linda Wallbaum's sitting up there in shorts. Don't get it. That's okay. So we have Melvin that is clean. Tanner and Felix are clean. JJ is clean. And Marco is. I cannot see if Van Dominic is clean. I have a pole back in my way. Here's Ricky as Schischler's got one open, fifth frame. Steve Gallegos has an open in the first. Felix is playing 9-pin no top.
Yep.
Which is working well for him. JJ picked up his single pin spare.
Crossed over a little bit.
Yeah, Tanner did not get that ball out far enough.
Yep. Spareable though. Keep it clean.
But he's doing fine. Steve Banovinik is clean as well.
No shocker there.
No.
Johnny Johnson is clean. Marco is clean. Steve Radovinak is clean. Steve Gallegos did his typical open in the first. Felix is clean. Tanner's clean. Ricky had a bit of a stub toe. And Melvin is just struggling here in the second cut.
Got out of trouble. That's 10-pin fell nicely.
Every now and then a break will help.
Oh, Joanne, how are you? Thank you for watching. So it appears that we have everybody on this pretty close. I think everybody's going to be in the same game this time. Tanner, Felix are still clean. Steve's going up for fourth frame. Ricky Schischler double, so he's made up those pins from that unfortunate open.
You're the leader.
We still have Marco. Well, Marco is clean. Unfortunately, JJ just had to split. I might want to say we might have a little bit of transition happening. There was no re-oiling after, so this is technically game 10 plus practice. So it will definitely be starting to dry out. It appears that Stevie, being left-handed, has moved as close to the ball return as he possibly can get without being in front of it, which would not surprise me. Compared to a right-hander, I have Felix. Oh, he's going for a split. Never mind. We got fine righty. From what we have seen at our end, it appears everybody is playing kind of the same area. Kind of everybody is outside. Marco comes back in question of what he's doing. I think we just heard Frank from the other side.
Sounded like it.
Would be my guess.
Yep. Steve Diego's kicking out a late 8 pin.
You know, oh, we're missing a pin here at 35.
Yep. It's laying down on the deck. Looks like a 9 pin.
So, Ricky, we've watched these bowlers bowl for several weeks now. We've learned their body language.
Yep. Looks like Ricky caught that 9 pin. I would have expected he would have. Ricky doesn't, I don't know Ricky very well. He doesn't strike me as a guy who misses too many details when it comes to bowling.
No, he does not. He's very quiet. Very quiet, but real nice guy. Ooh, Tanner's getting a little slicky out there with that ball. Wow.
Brought that one home from a long way.
Very nice, Ricky. 10 in the pit. When I got the half board came back.
Yep.
No problem.
Understands bowling for sure.
Looks like JJ left our famous 5 count down there on the reverse side. Ricky's gonna finish out this 10th frame with a 2.
Yep. He is indeed. Needs a 9 to get to the 2 teens. That'll put him good halfway through our 4-game set here.
Pretty good map there for Ricky goes. I'm impressed.
I've been practicing, watching Sesame Street videos
Have
on
you?
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Do
Right.
you need your toes and fingers, and
Yep.
you need extra fingers and toes, or are you
Yep.
good just with what
No,
you
I
got?
can get to 19 and a half. With
All right,
half
good.
this finger being useless now, I
Yeah.
can only get to 19 and a half.
I give you a whole hand that's useless.
No reason to believe that won't be a strike.
Oh.
He did change ball to go fishing, as he should, and I think he determined that either he doesn't throw that ball in that place or he just goes and puts that ball away.
Or he's gonna have to adjust off of that
Yeah.
and move left.
Yep.
Yeah, those feet are gonna have
Yep.
to go left.
Yes, ma'am. True
Not
story.
familiar with whatever ball that is.
Mr. Badavinak with 3 in a row after 4 spares in a row.
I think he's grabbing the ball and it's going bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yep. Shaking his head out. I was going, nope.
Rubbing
nope,
it down and-
Nope, nope.
Putting it back.
No can do.
That looked like a hustle.
Was it?
Looked like it.
I be at a little phase 3 waiting for me.
Marco with his third double this game.
Got it. So Ricky finished with a nice 214.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna go with a little walkie and see what we got on the other side.
All righty. I'll hold your chair.
There you go.
As it covers his sleeper 2-8 nicely. Steve Badavinak with 4 in a row now. Steve Gallegos with 4 in a row as they both head into the 9th frame. Johnny Johnson's struggling a little bit. Steve Gallegos throws his 5th in a row. Johnny Johnson throws a spare in his 9th frame. Can you have a big 10th and still get up into the 190s? Tanner Ossett going for 4 in a row, and he just a tut high and leaves a 4 pin. Steve Badavinak leaves his out just a little light. It's all right, he's going to put up a good number here. Felix with another strike. Steve Badavinek going up into his 10th frame. He can get to 234 with the big 30 pins in the 10th. Felix with an 8 count here in the 9th frame. What'd you see down there, Bobby?
It appears there's going to be a couple 200s down there.
Nice.
We have shifted. There's, yeah.
Johnny Johnson did get to 197. Marco is going to be over the 2s, probably somewhere in the upper 2 teens, I think, at least.
The leaderboard may change a little bit.
Steve Badavinek's on pace for 234 with 1 ball left in his 12th frame. Marco throws his first ball in the 10th frame for a very light, bad luck, slight pocket 710.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. We're finishing up here. Game 2. These gentlemen have all bowled their 8 games. Now we are into our 4 game. Pins start all over. No carryover. JJ 197. Steve Badavinek to 233. Marco, unfortunate 710 and the 10th frame, which gave him a 202. Stevie Gallegos is going up, and all that traffic in front of that 7 pin, and I just stood there and laughed at him. Tanner has thrown an absolutely wonderful ball all day long. He has had, I think, 1 or 2 games that pulled him down a little bit, but he fought through it and made it here to the top 15.
Yeah, Gooch shot a 225 down there. Looks like it was going to be a 215, 216 maybe down there. So figuring it out down on that side. Marco finished at Marco in the 9th and 10th to finish at 202.
227 for the other Steve squared, which
Yep.
should be Gallegos.
Yep. Tanner's got a shot at 225 here. It's a good looking shot.
Just speaking that he has thrown an absolutely wonderful ball
Yep.
all day long, except for a couple games. She struggled, but I think everybody's had those games.
Sure. very labored 178 for Felix.
So Ricky and Melvin both started out with that X up there.
Yep.
Appears we have a conference down here with Steve Banaminick and Felix. All right, I was just throwing a piece of paper. Thank you,
At
Ricky.
least I didn't ball it up.
You didn't. You just threw it at me.
It was more of a
Okay, so I believe we have our
Shuttle pass.
same. Our order is pretty close anyway for the top three. Your leader at plus 56 would be Marko Popovic. Ricky Schisler at plus 49. He was tied with Stevie Gallegos at plus 49. Steve Banaminick at plus 36. Tanner plus 33. JJ at plus 6. Frank Guccione at plus 4. And Brett Cooper at plus 2. Those 8 are your plus bowlers. From there we go down to Felix at 375, Chris Lawson at 369, DJ Grind at 368, Isaac Hernandez at 353, Noah at 350, Tyler Seeley at 340, and at 312 is Melvin Buckley. So from our 15 here, we cut down to your top 8. 7, excuse me. And that is Frank Guccione right now at plus 4.
yes, ma'am.
My game is Steve Banaminick.
And you, 233 appears to be your high game, so that will go to Steve Banaminick.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of bowling left to be done here.
Elka, how are you, my friend?
Ricky Jimenez is watching too.
Yep, Ricky is watching.
With,
Elka and Al, hopefully you guys are doing well and staying safe.
Keeping with the COVID guidelines, only 30 bowlers with reservations today, Ricky, so missed you.
I think they went to the waiting list. And that's the rumor I heard. As I know Frank was on that, he got in. I'm not sure who else made it in.
I think Tanner might have been a waitlister.
Once again, JJ has all that business in front of that 7 pin, and it stands for him. Sean, you are welcome. We enjoy doing this. It's the Ricky Bobby Show, if you haven't noticed. Ricky tries to see how many times my eyes can roll.
I think I'm only at like 3 today.
I don't know. I started really early. You
did?
Yeah. No, I think it's a little more than that, but that's okay.
All right. We got Speed Badavanek starting with a couple of 33-34 has been a little tricky for some people. Other people have crushed it. I don't remember it being a median of the road, middle of the road type lane.
No.
Sort of was an all or nothing. Steve goes way long and way late and comes home.
JJ like that one?
Yep.
He had that little arm up.
If I could throw that good, I'd like it too.
You throw good balls. It's just
Slower than Johnny.
It's just, the pins kind of question when it happens, and then they fall slowly.
I haven't thrown a strike that sounds like that in 24 years.
You'll get there.
When I'm all grown up.
Yeah. When you mature, you'll get there.
Right.
You said 8 count for Steve. Banamedic. Really excited. Unfortunate first frame over here, but he's recovered nicely. Tanner Ossick with the continuing his assault on the pocket today. Marco is back online still. Nice grammar, Ricky. He's still online. There it is, the broadcaster jinx. I have the pull in my way again.
As soon as I say that, he leaves a 3-4-7-9. I'm sorry, 2-4-7-9.
I think it will still be done by 5.
No way.
One and a half
Still got
games to go,
4 total games though.
and then 2-1.
Yeah, so 4.5. No way. Marco does his best to pick it up. It doesn't quite get there. Oh wow. He did bowl on the wrong lane. Marco might get away with one. He bowled on the wrong lane.
have a pole with me, so it kind of. He got a 6 count. He has a 6, yeah.
Yeah, that 10 pin weebled and wobbled and then never fell down.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you.
Steve Adaminic slides through a 7 pin. You don't see that every day.
Marco might be on the right lane now.
Yeah, he's on the correct lane, which does happen to be the right lane. Going for a ham bone, as they say. And that's way outside and comes home hard. It's 4 in a row for Marco. Again, continuing his assault on the pocket as well. Broncos scored.
Oh my gosh, they got a 3 count.
They
Wow.
did. They had an interception and returned it to field goal range, did nothing with it, and kicked field goal.
Perfect.
Hey, they only need 5 more of those and they would be winning.
Only 5, yeah.
They beat New England with 6 field goals.
I don't think that's going to work, though. I just don't.
I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah.
You never really know.
Not going to work. Just feeling it.
I think the entire defense landed on Philip Lindsay. And he is now out. That's not going to help.
I think JJ might have put 10 in the pit. He did.
He did. Steve
This
Adaminic
nice.
is
His action there.
struggling this game.
He is.
He's going to have to do some sort of mental reset here, I think.
I'm sure he will after this game. Felix is struggling a little bit.
JJ's pretty animated the last couple of games.
He normally is.
Yeah, he was real
Quite like
quiet
that,
the
yeah.
first few games.
Yeah. Mr. Piggy down there just got a double. Let's see. And Felix picked up that 9 count. Mr. 10
It's his first spare in 6 frames. Not a typical Felix game. Not that there's a lot of typicalness going on these days anyway.
This is game 11 with practice on it.
Yep.
So some of the bowlers that we saw prior in the 8 games as we were watching them here again really haven't changed much at all.
Nope. Some of them have not.
I think Stevie has gone through every last bowling ball that they brought.
And probably a couple that aren't even theirs.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Probably
maybe
throwing a
house
couple of
ball.
Noahs up there.
Yeah, maybe a couple house balls went with it.
Right?
But yeah, he and Marco, I have not followed with him, but
He's still on point.
I think there's been a couple of those that have changed some bowling balls. 7-10 down there. The 10 came out. That was a nice ball by Steve Banabinick.
Marco looking good. Marco looking very good.
He is clean.
Challenged himself with that first shot of the game where he hit the big gray board.
Yes, he did. Didn't come back.
It did. Well, it did in the second.
Second, no.
Yeah. Yep. Tanner off of his open throws a double. This young man has purported himself very well today.
He's got a good match there with Felix.
He does.
Ricky Schischler coming back to find another round object to throw there in his final ball on the 10th. JJ's jumping around on the approach up there with a three-bagger.
Turkey for JJ. Yep. Oop. Tanner got a little confused, so he steps off to reset. It's a skill that I wish I had. I do not possess that ability.
He might have seen Steve out of the corner of his eye, maybe.
Somebody for the Saints scored.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Johnny Johnson throws another strike to get to 4 in a row. Oh, no, that's Murray.
Vocal from Steve Gallegos there.
Yep, it's kind of fun to watch our IT department play around with camera angles and stuff back here, and he's having fun with it.
How many people are watching?
44.
43 of them. Oh my god.
I don't know what any of that means, but I'll take your word for it.
It's a straight line, so it means it's really
All right.
when it was messing up with my laptop, this thing was
So basically what Billy's telling us is all the live streaming we have done Friday's laptop. Felix with a nice double. Marco slides past a 7-pin. He has wrestled with that at times today. Nice strike for Tanner. For 4 in a row.
Lined up nicely for the 10th frame.
Very well set up, as is Steve Gallegos. Got a lot of strikes right in front of us. Marco with an 8 count in the 10th.
JJ. Uh-oh. Third banking.
Just tug that one in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hung on safely, though, for an 8 count and a very sparable shot. Pick this up, that'll place him nicely this game. But he picked it up. I don't know if he dropped it or what.
He's looked at his hand like that several times today. So I don't know if it's if he's holding on to it too tight or if he's dropping it or.
Well, that last one was definitely not holding on too tight.
Oh.
Close, but close enough for Tanner.
That was almost a chop, as it's called.
Yep. Marco does come down 10 down to get to 216. Which will not hurt him, I don't reckon. Finish that off. A nice strike to get to 232. Again, the young man's been very consistent all day. Johnny goes up in a big opportunity in the 10th frame and slides one into the gutter. That's not how you teach an hush, Sean. It was effective, functional, and effective, if not pretty. Mr. Battle shoots at 150 that game. He's put himself in a position where he's going to have to go big the next game, which we all know he's perfectly capable of doing.
Here's it. Team Gallegos is definitely lined up once again after he's open there in the second.
One more shot. I think it's 246 if he throws this one. Felix is lined up there and goes ahead just for fun and throws the almost. He's got one more to go to throw the last 5. Felix does throw that strike to get to 202. Stevie Gallegos picks his 7 pin up for 235.
Seen a lot of shaking of the heads.
That
now.
almost looked like I should have pulled that ball out of the bag earlier look.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what that looked like.
Well, that's a possibility. Although he has one more game, so you could try it down on 29 and 30.
Interesting development in the scores. We'll see what's gone on the other side of the wall here in a minute. Looks like we're going to finish up here with Marco and JJ in front of us. Both of which are right around that cut line, maybe a little ahead of it. All right, starting out the fourth game here, Stevie Gallegos throws a strike. Marco leaves the 10 pin. Felix Garcia left the 10 pin down on lane 29. Ricky Schisler with the 4 pin. Schisler converts his 4 pin. Felix converted his 10 pin. Marco converted his single pin spare.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Stevie.
Does that mean we get a raise?
There we go.
Well, alrighty then.
Shit.
Thank
Stand
you
up.
to Stevie
Yep.
Gallegos.
Shake what my mama gave me, and Steve buys me a drink. Works out well.
We're in trouble.
Gooch is still around.
Maybe I'll go for a little walk.
Maybe,
See
sure.
what we got going on the other side of our
All right,
wall.
fair enough. Tell Billy to get score sheets. Still on all over the pocket. Tanner Ostick down on our far left that you can't quite see on TV has started the next game with the double. Steve Gallegos started with 3 in a row.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
All right. So these guys are making the lane adjustments fairly well. Still a bunch of strikes going up. Ricky Schiessler's spare open on 31 and 32. Hoping to get some score sheets here after game 3 pretty quickly. JJ here in front of us and Marco both got spare double. Back up there on that 10 back, solid shot. This will be the last game of this round. We'll cut to the top 7. They will all be in this room with us, and then we'll bowl 2 games for that. Oh, here we go. We got our score sheets after 3. Steve Gallegos is number 1 at plus 84. Marco Popovich at plus 72. Tanner Ostick at plus 65. Frank Uccione at plus 49. Brett Cooper at plus 25. Ricky Schiessler at plus 17. Currently, your cut would be Johnny Johnson at dead even. Steve Badavinac within 14. Felix within 23, and it goes on from there. So, pretty much going to have to shoot plus to be there.
Steve's leader.
Steve is the leader at plus 80. So there you have it. Miss Bobby is down walking around, taking a peek at the other side and seeing what's going on down there. We got a bunch of guys down there in the 570 range, 30 pins out. So one of those goes big, they could get up there, maybe. Gonna be tough though. All right, Stevie Gallegos with a 6 count. Steve Adaminek struggling here a little bit. What else we got? Johnny Johnson trying to move up the scoreboard and get way above the cut score. Ricky Schisler with a double. We're going 4-9 for JJ. That's a tough break. Never understood that. I always figured one or the other is fine. Both seems like a bit of bad luck.
Too long the high game, that game. That's a good question.
Gooch
Gooch did?
Yep.
God, he's fucking taking money right out of my pocket. All damn day.
Thinking my partner bought me that watch. She's been gone for a minute. Steve Adaminek comes back with a nice double. Steve Adaminek flexing out his strike there. Always good for a laugh. JJ's on pace to blow some break some pins. What'd you see down there, Bobby?
Well,
Here's some scores for you that have been announced. Here, wait. I'm going to place this gently in front of you.
yeah, you're not throwing it at me.
No, to you. No.
There's actually some decent scores. Frank and Isaac had the front 5 and 6.
Mr. Lawson didn't, though?
No, he
right.
did not. Let's see who else is over there. DJ's bowling well. Yes. This did you read this?
Yeah, we did read that. We did.
Somehow it just does not surprise me. Nope. Okay, all right. Kerry Warner, how are you?
We got us a
Bentley.
crowd. Everybody turning off the Bronco game and turning on the bowling game, huh?
That's right.
Mm.
So for some of our viewers that have just joined us, we are in, we've cut to the top 7. We're rolling 4 games. I can't remember this stuff. You should know this by now.
I do. That's why I was waiting.
Everybody out there knows I can't remember anything. So then
You
after
suffer
this,
from CRS?
I suffer from drugs.
Can't remember.
With drugs, yeah.
Mom,
So
I
then
didn't
from
realize that
here,
was
we
the
will-
Ricky Bobby show.
We will cut to the top 7, which that means we will all be on this side of the wall,
That is correct.
and then we will bowl another 2 games. See, I can remember this.
And then we will cut to
With some help.
3,
And 1.
and then that will
One
be one
game.
game for all the marbles.
Yeah, all the marbles.
All the marbles, not some of the marbles. All the
All.
marbles. Good thing they're not bowling for our marbles. We don't have a lot left.
No, we don't.
We have like
no.
2 marbles left, and they're both yours.
They're talking, they're down there. They're talking about my spare ball and how many times I used it today. And I'm like, what are we talking about here?
shot 255 the last
Just got a report. Isaac had a 255 his third game.
plus 3.
Well, cut after 3 was 0. If you look at what's going on, I don't know.
Or fourth game. Oh, I'm sorry. That is his
So
fourth game.
my only real concern.
I think Steve Gallegos would like to have a mulligan.
Steve's usually pretty good as long as he just gets to advanced. He was a little.
Yeah.
He was jabbing it to Gooch last game. The second game, Gooch edged him out. Or, I'm sorry, the third game, Gooch edged him out by 10 for a high gain.
As long as Stevie gets in by a half a stick,
Yeah, that's all he
doesn't
cares about.
care.
He was accusing Frank of being a thief and stealing money right out of his pocket.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, they're kind of neck and neck now.
They are.
All right. So we've got. We're rounding down to our 4 here. Fourth game. Some are finished, some are not.
Some are sneaking up on that 40th frame.
Yep. We've got people that are running out of frames to get in. We've got I think everybody has got one open at least. I don't think anybody is clean. So that makes it somewhat of
Felix
a...
is clean.
Felix is? Oh,
Felix
he
is.
must be behind my
He's,
wall.
he's behind the wall. He's all the
Oh,
way down
no,
the
he's down there. Sorry, Felix. Yes, you are.
But
Okay.
Felix will be the only one so far in this game.
Oh, he's gonna catch him for sure.
So we got a little football going on. We got a
We
little
do.
bowling going on. I think we have it all going on
We
here.
got a little bit of
We
everything.
got our IT person that finally got to sit down for more than 2 minutes. We got
Sure,
scores
he'll have to
updated.
pop up here shortly.
Yeah, we are good. Tanner just put 10 back there in the pit, which gives him a 134 in the 7th.
Top.
Unfortunately, by the body language of Marco, that was not a
Yeah,
good shot.
unless Marco shoots like 7 more gutter balls this game, I feel like he's pretty safe.
He is a man that will figure out the numbers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll figure out how to not throw 7 gutter balls in a row.
Yeah. Banovinik is on a roll here. He has got
48.
six in a row, starting from the
He
fifth
may be
frame
shooting
down.
himself back into this.
Marco's gonna give it a show. I have seen some spare balls that have been hooking as well. Hi Daniel, how are you?
Very, very quiet in here.
It's pretty bad when you can hear the whistle on the football game blowing
Yeah.
with bowling pins going.
Very, very quiet while hunting rabbits. Marco
Jersey
burying,
line worked for him.
hammering home on our side, wiping the sweat off his brow. Told you wouldn't throw 7 gutter balls in a row. I look like a genius, huh?
Yeah, it's true. Max is 2 now. It's like a 178 for Shishi.
It's going to put him down at
I have a funny,
-5.
funny feeling that Steve Manavinik is going, why didn't I throw this ball before?
Yep. What did we say? What did Isaac say he shot to what?
50.
250.
Through 8. He's got a shot. He's got a shot to get into the 220s. It's going to be pretty close. Please throw a touchdown to one of my guys. Could use the help. Nope.
Manavinik just shot 244.
What'd you shoot?
170.
Michael Smith, hello. JJ spare ball just about took off, but did convert that spare. That went real high on Stevie.
We are laboring to get there, my friend. Bit of a flat 10.
See, this is the best part because now you get to watch everybody go around and look for bowling balls.
Safely, of course.
Of course. You're not going to injure anybody, you know.
All right, Steve Gallegos with 1 ball left to throw. We get to 230. Johnny Johnson. That's he may be a big one for him there.
Looks like Stevie can do a 230.
Which she does.
Does.
30, 16, which is going to put him at plus 114. Felix completes his clean game. Got a strike in the 9th and a strike in the 10th. This is going to be close. This one's going to be close. $213 for Tanner. Put him at plus 78.
What did he order? $16?
And then he ordered some some of the corn dogs.
Oh, right.
You're like, wait.
You missed something?
Yeah, he ordered corn dogs.
Yes, I'll give you a copy.
Thank you, babe.
picks his spare up. Felix with one shot left to get to 226 this game.
All right, and so we are back. We have got 7 bowlers, 2 games. We have Steve Gallegos, Isaac Hernandez, and Tanner. Brett Cooper, Steve Manovinik, Marco Popovich, and Frank Guccione, who had to go find another round object to come down and play with. So again, remember, scores do not roll over 2 games. And then we'll be to the finals. So as we start, Frank and Marco strike. Brett Cooper strike. Steve Manovinik is working on a couple spares. From what I can see, minus this wall in front of me, Isaac and Tanner have got 2 frames in, both strikes, both frames. Steve Gallegos is on the other side, and I cannot see his score, so we will have to be back to that when he flips lanes. Boomer Tanner has bowled absolutely wonderful today. He did have a couple of bad games, but I think everybody had those. But he has been in the pocket more than not, and has just done a great job today.
Fell asleep with all his bowling.
So it appears we have 2 left-handers in our final. Almost final. We have Marco and Brett. Brett is having fun with some 8 counts here. Tanner just puts him back in the pit. Yes, Rena, he is bowling. He's bowled absolutely great all day. As I mentioned, he is just doing absolutely terrific. He has a lot to be proud of after today.
2 days it took him to put that puppet on.
Brett just did a little chop down there.
We'll see you later, honey.
All right, so we had some folks exiting out the building. So we have got Frank Guccione, he's got the front three. Boomer, no, we have two lefties now. We have Brett Cooper and Marco Popovich. Along with, three, Stevie Gallegos. And then we also had my other half, Chris, was in the four, the round prior to this. I know, Boomer. I think I like the S for what? Super? Oh, Boomer had a late fall back there. Gave him a strike. Marco, Boomer. Boomer, Marco. I'm going to change you guys' name. I'm sorry, that is Marco, not Boomer. Boomer did bowl earlier today. Brett just put 10 in the pit. I think I got his name right. Marco is going to go up to pick up this spare. See? There we go. There's the reason right there. See? Thank you, Boomer. They were wearing the same shirts today. They were wearing the same shirts. Thank you.
Oh, for sure.
That does help me, yeah.
For sure.
It's because Ricky keeps harassing me and I'm losing my train of thought. It's the real reason. So Isaac just put 10 in the pit. As did Brett Cooper.
Isaac is okay. Tanner was good, and then
Exactly, Boomer.
Splits.
Thank you. You do have the same hair and the same shirt today, so you can tell Ricky what to do with it.
I simply wanted you to get Marco's name correct eventually.
Eventually. Well, look, he had the same shirt and then the same hair.
It's only our 13th game.
Hey, hush. See, this is called harassment from you know who.
Guilty.
Ooh, sounded good. Left him A10 for Steve Banavinik. That gives Mr. Guccione 6 in a row. Here's what Steve Gallegos is having a little bit of problems down there on 31 and 32.
No.
All right, so, oh, we have a pin. Pin in the channel. Hold on a second. So we had to pin in the channel. We had to address our IT slash money man slash lane man everything here. So, and we were being harassed here by my coworker.
Guilty. I'm not sorry about it. I
No,
am,
you're just
I am
guilty.
guilty.
You
I am
are
guilty.
guilty.
Of it.
Yes. I could have seen that shot, but Mr. Cooper decided to make a better door than a window right down in front of me, and I can't see. So, yeah.
That's supposed to happen? Supposed to be wearing a mask?
Oh, there he goes. Okay. Willie, well, Frank is up on 36, trying to wave the ball off. It did not. Left him a 4-6-10 split. Hi, Troy. How are you? How is the old hands doing? I'm gonna hope they're doing better than mine, but let's see. Frank might be able to pick this up. Throws the ball hard enough. I've attempted to go for 2. Unfortunately, chopped it, got 1. Britt Cooper's working on the baby split on the right side. Got it nicely.
Picked it up very nicely.
Unfortunately, I can't see our pair. We have a wall. It looks like Isaac is up in the 8th frame, and put 10 nicely in the pit. Stevie Gallegos is up in the 8th. Working on a spare.
Gooch back online, trying to figure out what he did last shot.
Tanner's gonna go up. His University of Wyoming shirt on. Oh, I mean Wisconsin shirt.
Wisconsin
And
Whitewater.
somebody had his,
Sean, it's University of Wisconsin Whitewater.
No, he said it was Wyoming.
And then I said it could be with University of Wisconsin at something or other.
It could.
I wouldn't
Something
know-
or other.
Well, it could be because University of Wisconsin has a lot of
They do.
colleges around the state.
They have
that
a lot
are-
of little colleges,
Yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
they
These
do.
are the towns and such.
Yep.
Hit it.
Nope.
Nope.
No luck on the scout.
Tanner to get that 10 pin.
There's a nice one. Isaac, a chance to throw a double
Yes,
here.
Dana, we asked him because Ricky is claiming that he said Wyoming first and then said
I did say
Wisconsin.
Wyoming first. and
I
then said it
can't
could be
confirm
Wisconsin.
nor deny that. I did not hear that. But yes, we have been cleared that it is Wisconsin Whitewater. And just to make a note to Dana, your son, who's bowled absolutely wonderful today and conducted himself as a very, very sportsmanlike young man. It has been an honor to watch him bowl today. Ten in the pit for Mr. Gallegos. Marco is up here in the 9th frame. Looks good. Very nice.
Looks good, smells good, is good.
Absolutely, Dana.
Same
He's
with,
a
Tanner's.
great young man. Got a strike. Appeared to be a little power surge there. Frank is going up, and 10 in the pit. Isaac 10 in the pit as well.
Stevie G working on a double here in the 10th.
Stevie left the 310. Absolutely, Lori. We enjoy it, especially when I get picked on by the other part of the Ricky Bobby show.
They should stop picking on you. There's no sport left in it.
What?
There's no sport in picking on you. You keep walking in and calling bowlers by the wrong name and such. Isaac with 10 in.
I'm just seeing if you're paying attention if I call people the wrong name.
Those,
You know. Oh,
one more, you get to
Steve picked that up.
217 if Isaac throws one more, which would be a solid score based on what I'm looking at here.
58, 10, 11, yeah. Brett's going up, likes it. And solid 7.
Now Isaac does throw that strike to get to 217.
Got it.
This will not be good enough for high game, but should place him in the top 3, I think. Certainly close to it.
Brett did not pick up the 10 and 7 pin. Frank picks this up. He'll have a 251, which I believe will be high game. Which he did. Tanner can't see. Oh, it appears we have a foul in the first ball is half time. He has done that twice that I'm aware of. Nice shot. Nice shot by Brett. See if Tanner can rebound here and get a strike or a spare.
Spare would be foul. Like
A spare strike like. There we go.
did do that. Marco with the shot to get to 212. Mr. Badavinex got a shot to get to 205. Tanner does throw a strike in his 11th frame to get to 187, which is not going to knock himself out of it. Marco with the one in the 10th and one in the 11th. So he's going to be at 202 plus whatever he counts on this ball.
Yes, Lisa, the malls, even the sign stores were packed of cars.
So Marco gets 9 to get to his 211. It's going to be good enough for, looks like, third, maybe? Yeah. Yep.
So we have a 217, 251, and 211
211,
account right now.
yep.
We have 2 more bowlers.
93. Steve Badavina now get to 93. Brett could get to 92.
Okay. And there's your top 3 right there.
Yep.
Very true, Lisa. Very true. They, my physical therapy place is the same way, although it's a very small office. But the cars are, they are filled out in the parking lot as well.
Steve Badavina gets to 183. Brett's here with the shot to get to 192.
Dana, if you're watching, Brody, or I'm sorry, Tanner is going to be on our featured pair here.
Yep, we're going to have
Appears we have lost a bowling ball.
it'll be findable, I'm sure.
And here goes Michael Smith. Go, 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 Michael!
Unlike my
No, boomer, they did not re-oil. I had to make sure I got the name right or I was going to be yelled at by the other half of the Ricky Bobby show. Oh, and we have a bowling ball that's coming back up by a person.
Hand delivery.
A hand delivery bowling ball this time. What's the question?
So Brett gets 172, which should make the cut after one of 2 games at plus 11, I think.
One more.
We have 1 game in the books.
50% of the way there for this one.
We will shift some names around. Brett's waiting for a bowling ball. He will bounce right over to
We
his
should have
right.
Steve, Isaac, and Tanner here on our featured pair. Brett and Steve on our right, and Frank and Marco on our left.
We are off. Boomer. I'm sorry, Marco decided to start. Nope, you didn't catch me. Oh, you're slacking.
You corrected it. You're self-correcting at this point.
Marco.
Official numbers, Bobby.
Marco. Oh, threw another sheet at me. Okay.
No, that was just a hard handoff.
Your leader. At plus 51 is Frank. Isaac plus 17. Marco plus 11. Tanner. We'll start your, so I'm sorry, your top 3 bowlers is Frank, Isaac, and Marco at all plus. From there, you have Tanner at 187, Steve Badavinik at 183, Brett 169, and Steve Gallegos at 155. So Tanner and Steve are your closest to get into that that top 3. But as we have learned, Swicky and I have done these for ever since we started them, and let me tell you, you never count anybody out until that last frame. We have seen some hellacious finish and some hellacious non-finishes, and so none of these 7 bowlers are out by any means.
All right, Steve Badavinik with a double. Brett started with a strike. Isaac a spare. Stevie G with a strike. Tanner with a strike. Marco with a spare, and Gooch with a strike.
So if I'm correct from here, we will take the top 3, and it's one game. I don't need your one finger, so not that finger either. Don't be doing that finger.
This one?
No, it's okay. I'm joking. Yes,
It
it
wasn't
is
even
one
at
game.
you. It was
I
up
get
in
that.
the air.
Although he did, Ricky did take a little fall. He tripped
did
over
spill it
the
earlier. Tripped over the tablecloth.
tablecloth, so hopefully he's
Yeah.
okay this evening.
Splat. Luckily, there were only 20 of my closest friends within eyesight, by the way, because it was right down the hallway here for all 3 rooms, so that was fun. Stevie G with 2.
Marco and the 7 pin just have not gotten along today.
Yep. Isaac Hernandez with another spare.
So Isaac has become better door than a window, so
Yep,
that looks
it's a
like a
6
6
count. Yep.
Thank you.
Indeed it is. Isaac just wants to make sure we're looking at him because we know he knows that we appreciate how he's dressed.
Yes, he's dressed very nicely, as we've talked about, and I think he's aware of that, but,
Yep.
you know, he needs to...
Don't know that that's going to happen.
Marco's up on 31, based off ball. Ooh, another 6 count.
Indeed.
Okay.
Similar shots. One's lefty, one's righty. Tanner picks it up.
Hi, Noah. We did not have the privilege of watching you today, because you were in one of the other pods. But your dad is holding his own here. Steve Banabinic, turkey.
Front three.
Oh. Solid 8-pin for Isaac. Marco is going up for his spare. And got 2 out
Chopped
of
it.
4. Alright, we're back. Frank leads a 7 count.
Yeah, we did it again. Yeah. Yes, I do. Kid, you guys did. We all
Steve Banabinic, 4-bagger, ham bone. Ricky may have to take a moment because his Rams just lost,
They did.
like in the last half second.
Literally on the last play of the game.
Yeah, he may. Frank is up with an 8 count. Chopped that. Got 1. Brett likes that off his hand and strike. Steve Banabinic and Brett are clean. Isaac Tanner and Steve Gallegos are clean. That is all.
That's something slid right in front of that 7-pin. Decide if I can respond to it.
So, let's see. Steve and Brett are still clean.
Yep.
Isaac's got a makeable split. Ooh, gave it a shot. Brett is appears to be taking something back to the bag. Does not like it. Stevie just put 10 in the pit. Very nice.
That's funny, Bobby.
Boys, 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 I tell you.
Boys will be boys.
Isaac. Unfortunately, 9-pin or a lot of spares today. A lot of spares.
Fifty-three viewers.
Marco strike.
Does get a strike. He does
get a
indeed.
strike, yeah.
Yep.
Tanner's going up for spare, which
Converts to
was
stay
very
clean.
nice. this is a very important game. Steve Banabinic, 6 in a row.
Team of year thing now.
Frank, 10 in the pit.
Oh, he did.
Brett Cooper, 10 in the pit. Tanner left a 7 pin. Brett walked away like he liked it.
He
but
did. It's a 7 pin.
Okay. Stevie got that one picked up nicely. Frank's going for a spare. He got it. Got his. Starting to Tanner got his.
Yep. We ran down that spare nicely.
You can start to see some exhaustion here in these guys now.
Yep.
I saw a little bit here with Stevie and Brett, but it's a long day of bowling.
It is a long.
You know.
This is a long.
Strike there
Mark
for Mr.
doubles up.
Popovich.
This little Brooklyn for the 7th one in the string for Steve. He's doing his level best to certainly get into the top 3 as well as lock up a high score.
Probably another hour and a half. Well, I gotta close down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll be done by 6.
Steve threw a 10 pin there. Bobby's getting her whoopee out. Stay warm. There's nothing wrong with needing a whoopee to stay warm, Bobby. It is the end of November. It's fair. Plus, if you had a single ounce of body fat on you, which you don't, you have like 0 body fat. It's another 10 pin. That almost feels like muscles getting a little tired. I mean, that ball's almost like a half a rotation shy of just crushing it, you know? And you look up with this 4-9 counts in a row. Cooch liked his for a double. Marco's got 3 in a row. Isaac can get no love. That's definitely a tired muscle.
I would offer to share my Wibby with you, but I'm not.
Well, then I would start to sweat anyway. Marco with 4 in a row over there. Hey, what do you know? Tanner with a 9 count. Might be a record for the consecutive 9 counts today.
He's definitely playing with 9-pin no tap.
Yeah. Marco, did he carry it? You
Struck?
can't quite
Yes.
see it. All right, that's a bunch in a row. Isaac starting to do a little bit of math here right in front of us. Steve converts his spare.
Could be in the 250s.
Yeah.
Tanner's got that one covered quite nicely.
With the way that Frank has thrown the last 3 frames, I feel like it's that Frank's comfortable in the top 3, and the other 6 bowlers are bowling for 2 spots.
Yeah.
And Isaac kicks the side door 4. Isaac to get in may have to go off. He may have to sheet it.
Yes.
Looks like Steve Adavinak is going to be our first bowler completing his 2-game set. Let's see where he ends up. This could be a very big spare for him. Convert that 4 count spare. Hey, Tanner. Tanner carried all 10 that time, not just 9.
Well, he did have a 6 count in the second frame.
He did. Gooch with, I don't know, like 11 in a row or something. A lot. 5.
5, yeah.
Steve lays that spare down. He does convert that spare. That could turn out to be a big spare
He
for him.
knows it. Yeah, he knew that by his expression.
Yep. Stevie G doesn't pick his 6-pin up.
It's an okay place to leave it.
34 for Frank. I was wrong, by the way. He was the first one to finish. So 34 and 51 is 5.
Isaac put 10
Oh,
nicely
really?
with it.
So it's a plus 85 for Frank. Steve with the 9
42.
count. To get to 42, minus 17 is plus 25 for Steve. Let's see, Brick. 30.
Stevie put 10 back in the pit.
Yep,
Tanner's going to go up and try to duplicate Isaac.
yep. does
Sounds
indeed
good.
get a double. He did carry that 10 pin out.
Brett's gonna go up and see if he can punch out here in the 10. Got one. Marco got him, so Marco is going to be in the 220s if he punches, strikes.
Yeah. He was working plus 11 going into this game. Music didn't like that one off his hand.
That one jumped on him.
Yep.
Like that one. 60.
I don't think Brett
Brett will be in the 220s.
228. That's going to leave him at -3 though.
Marco up for his last ball.
They did threaten
222.
22 with what Marco at 11 is a +33. We'll see how that goes.
The good pick?
Find out. One more.
Brett's going up here for his last ball on the 10th. And puts 10 down as well. So 228 for
228
him.
puts him at -3.
173 for Isaac. That looks like a good place to leave that. 208 for Stevie.
+8 -45 is -37.
Tanner will be our last bowler here. Let's see what he can do. Whoa!
Got away from him there.
He did get lucky with that makeable spare fours.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be looking at Frank. And Marco and Steve.
Tanner could go out with a 194 here with a strike. $193 for Tanner. So I believe we have our top three set. They will be here on 33 and 34.
I believe, if I got my math done right, it will be Frank Uccione and Marco Popovich and Steve Badavinek.
So let me make sure I have this correct. We will one game.
That's it.
High game wins.
High game wins. Thanks, Boomer. Bobby appreciates the
Yes,
support.
I do appreciate that. You know,
We have to get you shirts that say the real Boomer.
I have no excuse except, same hair, same shirt. There you go. Christopher.
So Bobby is going to head home here with one game to go. So everybody out there, Bobby fans, say bye to Bobby.
I am. Goodbye, everybody. Again, real quick shout out. We want to thank Arapahoe Bowling Center, Frank and Billy. We also want to thank whatever your name is. Oh yeah, Ricky, the realtor Gaius, for sponsoring this and showing up and doing the show with us. I think we have a good time. Hopefully the viewers enjoy it. And I wish good luck to the last three that we have up here. And
I'm sure Bobby will stay tuned in on her way home too.
I will have it up, and we will be watching.
We'll be right back with you as soon as they start the finals.
All right, let's see what we got here. Thanks, Tanner. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Soon, folks. Very, very soon.
One more. One game. Wait, Noah.
All right, here we go, folks. Ball one. Frank starting us off. Let's it go. I got a bunch of people in my way. I can't tell, and it looks like a 7-pin. It's left. Frank steps up, does pick up, converts that 7-pin.
We'll give you 30 pins.
Maybe you come practice on like a Monday night.
All right, so Marco starts off with a 10 pin, much like Frank did with the 7 pin. Steve's up in his first frame. Super smooth, likes his release. Leaves a 2 pin. I feel like that might have been a little bit of fishing on his part. And I know that Steve has struggled on this pair today. Marco does convert his 10 pin. So we got 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare. Literally a dead heat after 1 frame. I would imagine that you won't see a lot of 9 spares this frame. It's just my guess, though. Ooh, I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. Marco's up, takes his set, takes his steps, lets it go. It sounded like 10, and it is not. He leaves another 10 pin. Gooch slides by to his left on that 10 pin conversion, so that'll be an open. Again, this game is for all the marbles. High game will be 1, middle game will be 2, low game will be 3. Marco does pick up his 10 pin and convert it.
Alrighty. Cool.
Hey, bye, Michael. Have a good night.
Finally got the setup.
Nice. Steve will be with us shortly. He's doing a little bit of ball repair. For those that don't know, Steve is very methodical in his approach. Yeah. Steve does get up and roll his shot. Does kick that 10 pin out. Did not make a liar out of me. They did not all get 9 spare in the second frame, so it looked like a genius with that. Frank coming off his open frame. He liked it. That is indeed 10 in the pit. Marco to step up and throw his second frame shot. It go. It's going to get up the hill a little bit. Leaves a 5-9. 8 count.
Well, it was fun. Thanks, gentlemen. Enjoy the night.
Thanks, buddy.
Hopefully they hurt me. Yeah. Drive 10 miles an hour home.
Does convert it. to stay clean. I'm sure you all are aware, and I know Marco's aware, that it's going to take a lot of strikes to beat both Steve Badovinic and Frank Uccione. I'm sure of that. Oh, there's a 10 trip 6. Takes that, went way Brooklyn. Thanks, man. So,
8 pieces of tape all fell out before that shot.
wow.
That's crazy. And I'm like going, what?
What?
You just saw me put. Oh.
Gooch with a double.
Of that great shot there, that was like the one more that you just see.
All right, Marco's going to need to get on the strike train here if he wants to give himself a shot, which he can absolutely do. Not counting him out until he's home, like I said earlier. That's a nice shot. It's so weird being in a bowling alley when it's this quiet and yet there's competition happening. Steve with 3 in a row, first one to do it. Gooch lets his go. It sounded like a strike. Can't see. I got to look through Steve, Marco, and Frank to see what's going on. I guess I could stand up. Seems unnecessary. Marco does not bring that one all the way home and leaves a 3-pin. To convert his single pin spare. I would assume he will do that, and he does. Let's see if Steve can keep his tape in his ball here. Steve leaves his a little right of that pin and leaves a 2-pin. Walks off counting, doing the math in his head. Accepts the result. Plans his spare shot. Frank goes up, likes it a lot, and he should. So nice little ham bone for Mr. Guccione. Doesn't barely made himself think a little bit. Gave himself the shivers with that. He does convert the spare to stay clean. So spare, 3 in a row spare. Marco with 3 spares in a row, and then a strike, and then a spare, and then Frank with the spare opened 4 in a row. Total double dribble from Marco. I think that just changed the whole ball trajectory. So 7 count for Marco. Starting to take a couple of heavy size. I think maybe realizing he's significantly behind at the moment in the match. Mr. Badabinek up. Wow, maybe the most solid strike he's thrown this game. Oh, the Brooklyn was pretty good. Marco converts his spare, does stay clean. He's going to need some X's. He's going to need a few 10 counts to stay in it. The hill leaves a washout. I think that will Marco will now resign himself to his fate, that as long as not one of the other two doesn't fall down 8 frames in a row, Marco's going to finish not as the winner. Frank runs one out, so a little bit off that one, leaves a light 8 pin. It's going to leave him 2 pins behind Steve Badabinek at the moment. Almost tricked his way into a highlight reel shot. Frank goes up to convert his 8 pin, which he does comfortably. So looks like we're running down to 2 people here between Steve Badabinek and Frank Uccioni. Marco will probably have mixed emotions about how he both performed today. Did he win 1 high game, Billy, or 2?
2.
Marco won 2 high games, and he also
All
shot
3
a
of these fellows
122.
won a ton today.
Right.
Brackets, high game pots.
Sure. Well, there's a reason you get to the final 3, right? Steve stays out a little bit with an 8 count. Leaves the 2-8. Walks off grinning. My guess is he may feel like he did exactly the same thing the last shot when he left the 2 pin on that lane. Frank leaves the baby split, 310. Steve converts his 2-8. See if Frank can match him and convert his 310. Frank does convert it.
How was that? God damn, make better shots.
sums up Frank's commentary on Frank. It's a big shot for Steve here. Give him just a little bit of breathing room. As Marco steps up, throws 10 in. Steve has thrown a strike 3 out of 3 times on this lane this game. It sounded a little double dribbly and almost like he was rolling over his thumb hole from here. I don't know. At any rate, it's an 8 count. So he does not take advantage of his ability to extend his 2-pin lead over Frank. So it will be a 2-pin difference going into the 9th frame. Marco still has an outside shot. Interesting view of the 610 where he slid that 6-pin over. But it's a 2-game match, 2-frame match. Frank throws his first one. And that should conclude his bowling on the left lane. Bailey, what do we do if we have a tie? One ball roll off. Marco's got to throw a strike on this shot. Stan, he's got to sheet it. Looks like a good shot. Oh, 10 in.
Here we go.
Here we go. One more, and we're into the championship frame, if you will. I feel like the 9th frame is your drive, and the 10th frame is your putt, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Drive for show, putt for dough. Frank, no, he's babying that 2-pin lead for about 4 frames here. He does throw a strike, so for now, pending what Marco does, Steve's got a match. All Steve's got to do, I think, to win is match Frankie here in the 10th. So, ball's in Frank's court, see what kind of pressure he could put on Steve. Likes it a little bit, and that's just a rough break.
Oh, man.
That's a terrible break. I would imagine, though, that Frank's not going to shy away from this ball. I would imagine there's going to be some love behind it. See how hard he can get this time. Yeah, that's going to be a tough break for Frank to get to 203. Well, tell you what, if Marco could throw a strike here in the 11th, that's going to make Steve have to at least throw a mark in the 10th.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough. Marco leaves a 5 pin up there, so Marco gets 199, which means all Steve needs really is about 8, 9 total pins to be crowned our champion.
He's like,
Marco does convert his 5 pin there to get to 199. He will tell you he expected himself to pull better that game. So 87, 8 pins wins it for Steve. Oh. So Steve just needs to, like I said, a total in 2 balls of 8 pins should do it. Oh, it's gonna reset. Oh, he's gonna take his re-rack. Steve likes the spotlight.
Lined up an arrow.
That happens. Steve said he lined up an entire arrow off, so he's taking his re-rack as allowed by USBC rules. He'll do everything he can not to fall down. Should be a winner. That will be enough to win, even if he doesn't carry it. That's 205 if he misses. Like I said, all he had to do was match Frankie. That will make Steve Badavinak the winner of the Eliminator Fuck COVID edition. Sure, we all feel that way, and one day in the future we'll all get together again and bowl back to normal way. In the meantime, I'd like to thank Arapahoe Bowling Center. Congratulate Steve Badavinak on another win. And we'll keep it right here long enough to watch him throw his last shot. See if he lines up another arrow off again.
do you not know when the next one will be?
We do not know when the next one will be. So pay attention. And we'll keep everybody informed in the normal ways. And once again, congratulations to Steve Badavinak for another win. Everybody stay safe and healthy out there, and we will see you on the lanes when we can. Everyone have a good night.